No joke.
What?
You gotta turn it down.
Seriously, how loud is that, Dad? Come
All
on!
right. All right, well, I'm off.
Okay. Nothing happened here.
All right, let's do it. We're cranking. We're going. Thank you so much for joining Spazzing Out, America's podcast. I think I should let you guys know right off bat, although it will be a very passionate and fired up night, my wife and kids are home, but I am having a delicious alcoholic beverage. Delicious alcoholic bevy, a little Sailor Jerry rum, some ice, and some ginger ale. So a little Sailor Jerry and ginger. The reason with the Sailor Jerry is I couldn't find Captain's 101, and Sailor Jerry, I got a little bit on that stash. It's got you gotta get on the stash for the flavor. Sailor Jerry is like 96 proof. Yeah, I need a little kick, bro. I can't drink the extra, the average stuff to it. My mom's Liz Pazziali guy. You got to drink the strong shit if you're gonna get fucked up. But I got great stuff to talk about tonight. But before we get to that, let's get the formalities out of the way. I love to get them out of the way right off the bat. First off, the program brought to you by Take Junk. Take Junk is my junk removal company. If you need junk removal, Anthony at takejunk.com. Email me. Please, for the love of God, if you don't live near the Wilmington area, I can't help you out. So if you're in California, Texas, Wyoming, I can't help you. I'm out of Wilmington, Massachusetts. Now, I'm willing to go pretty far in Mass, but it's got to be worth it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going out to Worcester for $200. You got a big-ass house clean out? Sure, I'll come out there. But for the most part, think 20 minutes, about 20 minutes around Wilmington. Hit me up, Anthony at takejunk.com. Next thing, when we do the podcast, we do it 5 nights a week. We're on Facebook Live, we're on Twitter, and we're also going live on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, sub to my page. If you're on Twitter, retweet this, follow me. If you're on Facebook, follow my page. Set up notifications so you know when we go live, and share the feed. Also, very important, go to one of your favorite podcast places, podcast mediums, and subscribe to my podcast. You can get me on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, on and on and on and on. There's a list of all the places you can get my podcast at anthonypazziali.com, or you go to anthonypaz.com. Please do that. All right. A lot of stuff to cover today, and I really don't know where to start. It's because there's some crazy topics in the news. I want to talk about this Jessica Krug or Krug. I don't know how to say her last name. I don't care. Her last name is spelled Krug. She's a George Washington University professor that identifies as black. Or lied about being black. I want to talk about that. I have to bring up Nancy Pelosi again because I can't stand this lady and her garbage. And now she thinks we're all stupid. Boneless chicken wings. We got to talk about boneless chicken wings because there's no such thing as boneless chicken wings. They're not fucking chicken wings. They're chicken tenders. Great story in the news on that 60% of us think we're going to have to work after we retire. That's garbage. All of us are going to have to work after we retire. I want to talk about that. Trump's telling you to vote twice. We need to talk about that. The NFL is going to be pumping in sound, and Cam Newton is our starter, but we all knew that. Because I'm a Patriots fan. So if you're listening somewhere else, sorry. Go Pats. We're making it to the playoffs. So many things to discuss. But honestly, what's the most important thing is having another sip of my bevy, bro. Because here's the funny thing. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Right? We got Labor Day weekend coming up. I might work tomorrow. I might not work tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. Honestly, I don't know. I'll probably work. You know what? F it. I'm going to work. You got to get something cleaned up out of your place tomorrow for Labor Day weekend. Hit me up at Anthony at takejunk.com. I'm fine. There, I'll work. I'm definitely not working on Monday. I'm not working Saturday. I'm not working Sunday. America's podcast will be here for you Sunday. It'll be here for you Monday. That's something I can do. I can do it from home. And plus, I'm grinding and I'm trying to grow the podcast. So I really can't afford to take a night off from the podcast. And we haven't yet. We've been here 5 nights a week. recording this thing, and we will continue to until I start getting paid. And then once I start getting paid, I'm going to take days off. Once you start getting me some cash, I'm going to take those days off. So why don't we just get right to Pelosi, and then we can move on and be done with her. Yesterday, we talked about Nancy Pelosi. We talked about Hairgate. I'm calling it Hairgate. I don't know if anybody else is calling it that. That's what I'm calling it. So Princess Pelosi, using her Pelosi privilege to get her hair blown out and get her hair done at a salon that's supposed to be closed because all the salons in California are closed because of COVID. But Nancy Pelosi thinks she's above the law. She thinks she's a do as I say, not as I do politician. But we talked about that ridiculously yesterday. Someone said cuntgate, and I actually think that's pretty funny. So we talked about that ridiculously on yesterday's podcast. So if you want to hear my opinion on it, listen to yesterday's podcast. What I'd like to talk about today is the fact that she thinks we're idiots. She thinks we're dumb. If you go to my social media, if you go to my Facebook, I don't have a TikTok, man. It's so tough. I can't believe I don't have a TikTok. I have almost 100,000 followers, and they kicked me off TikTok. Go to my Twitter, go to my Instagram, or go to my Facebook. It's all at Spaz, WAAF, and watch the video of Nancy Pelosi basically lying to us. Not basically, she's lying to us. She thinks we're stupid. She's not taking responsibility for being above the law and for being do as I say, not as I do. She comes out and she says, I take responsibility for getting set up. She says, oh, she was set up. Pelosi, you knew the salons weren't open. You knew you were taking advantage and using your Pelosi privilege. You knew. Don't lie to us. It makes it worse. We're not idiots. Now, I get it. The people in California, sorry, Callie, you guys might be idiots because you keep voting this lady in. She's been there forever. She's the crypt keeper, bro. She has been there forever. She's going to die there. You guys need to stop voting for her. Thank God we have the Electoral College, because if we didn't, the popular vote would go wherever California voted, and you morons would have like the stupidest idiots of all time as our president. Get rid of this lady. She's lying. She's lying. She sounds like my fucking 12-year-old lying to me. Well, it's not my fault that they set me up. What are you meaning? The setup's not the problem, lady. The problem is that you went into a hair salon and got your hair cut when no other salons could be open and make money. The problem is you didn't have a mask, and you bitch about having masks and being in confined spaces with people you don't know. That's the problem. The problem isn't that you got set up. You got set up because you're a boob. And again, by saying being set up is a problem, that's like the cops setting up a drug dealer and then being like, oh, so sorry. Like the drug dealer being in court. So, sir, how do you feel? I'm bullcrap that I got set up. But you're not here because you got set up. You're here because you broke the law and you sold drugs. And you're in trouble, Nancy, because you did something you weren't supposed to be doing and you got caught red-handed and you got outed, and then you're lying to us. Now you're lying. You're saying, I didn't do anything wrong. And she's also going on to say that she's brought awareness to the fact that salons are... So what she's done is a good thing now. She's brought awareness to the fact that salons are closed. You sound like a buffoon. I'm done talking about Nancy Pelosi. Please, Princess Pelosi, it is time for you to go away. Bye. If you're listening in California, and a lot of you do, hold on. This lady drives me to drink. And no, she doesn't. I just like to get drunk. I don't want to lie to you. But listen, if you're listening out in California, stop voting for this lady. Stop it. She's lying to you. Lying. You're a small business owner. You can't be open unless Nancy needs something. If she needs a slice of pizza, you can open up your pizza shop. If she needs a beer, you can open up your bar. If she needs a haircut, you can open up your salon. If she wants to watch a movie, you can open up the movie theater. And then it's your fault for doing it. You should have told her no. You should have said, no, Nancy, I can't help you. Vote this lady out. Stop it. Stop the madness. My God. She's pointing fingers. She's like, it's your fault. It's your fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault you set me up. Lady, you don't get set up if you don't commit a crime, right? I don't even know if it's really a crime. It's like you broke an ordinance, right? You don't die if you don't go to a riot, right? You don't get shot if you're not looting. You don't go to jail if you don't break windows. Cut the crap. God, what a buffoon. Now, I kind of, I'll give her one thing that she messed up on. You are a fool because you thought that the neighborhood was a quiet neighborhood. You thought that you could depend on the neighborhood. Well, you can't, Nancy. You can't depend on the neighborhood. This day and age, everything is scrutinized. Everything is filmed. Trust no one. Trust absolutely no one. You should trust nobody. Now you could trust your wife. She's got, I trust my wife. She's got my best interest in me. I can confide in her. I confide in my son. I confide in my daughter, my best friend. Those people you can trust. But people you don't really know, that you don't roll with, you can't trust them. The bro code is gone. The so-called street code on the street, it's out of here. You're going to get outed. Everybody's filming. You're being filmed all the time. Everything you do is being filmed. Every single thing you do, wherever you are. Bro, that's why I try not to pee in bottles anymore. Because I'm being filmed. I'm like, oh, I can't pee. I'm at a red light. I got to take a piss. I'm like, oh, should I pee in this cup or should I not? They're probably filming me. So I try not to do it anymore. Listen, if I got to go, I got to go. But now I'm like, everybody's watching. I don't even want to take a leak outside. I'm like, there's people watching. All right. Why don't we get to, we got to talk about boneless wings. We got to talk about, all right. So, yeah, again, go to my social media. Go to my Facebook, go to my Twitter, or go to my Instagram and check out this video of this guy. There's a dude, there's a guy from, he's from Lincoln, Nebraska. From Lincoln, Nebraska. This is the best. We need this. America needs some light-hearted news. This guy from Lincoln, Nebraska went to his city council meeting and he brought up some very important issues. He's demanding reform. He's demanding there be change. He demands that something be done about this outrageous problem that we're having here in America. And bro, it is a problem. The video is fantastic. The city council is floored. They resoundingly, they agree that something needs to be done. The guy is asking the Lincoln City Council to please change the name of boneless buffalo wings to chicken tenders or chicken nuggets or anything but boneless wings. Why? Because boneless wings do not exist. When you get boneless wings, they are in fact not wings. Well, they're not even the same meat. It's not even made out of meat from the wing part of the chicken. And if you don't believe me, get your ass some boneless wings, bite into it, and you'll go, oh, this is a chicken tender. Oh, wait, this is a chicken nug. They're not wings. I have long hated that. I have always hated it. I've been at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I'd say, can I get some chicken tenders? The lady's like, we don't have chicken tenders. We have boneless wings. No, you don't, lady. You don't have boneless wings. There's no such thing as a boneless wing. It's a chicken tender that some asshole named it boneless wing back in the day. Now, smart on him because they probably sold more of them. But there's no such thing as a boneless chicken wing. It's not even wing meat. They're chicken tenders or they're chicken nuggets. A wing has bones in them. There are no boneless damn chicken wings anywhere. And if you got them, if you know where they are, tip me off, bro. I'd love to try one because the meat from the wing is completely different than the meat from the tender, from the chicken tender or the so-called boneless chicken wing. I don't know how you feel about it. I'd love to hear how you feel about it. If you're watching right now on YouTube, or if you're watching on there again with the TikTok, if you're watching on Twitter, or if you're checking it out on Facebook, or just go to one of my social medias and comment on this guy. You got to go listen to the audio. I wish I could play it for you guys. I just don't have the ability to do that yet. It's phenomenal because the guy is deadpan, dead serious, saying that this is a problem in America, and I agree that it is. It absolutely 100% is. I can't stand that people call them boneless chicken wings. Now, since we're talking about chicken wings and football season is coming up, we could have a quick discussion, and I've had it before on here. What is better, bone in or bone out? A bone-in chicken wing to me is it's great. I like the meat, but the meat is different than a boneless chicken wing or a chicken tender. But I'm situational. I like them both a lot, but I'm very situational. It's all about what am I doing and where am I. If I am at home and I'm not going to be around a bunch of people and I don't have clothes on that I don't want to get dirty, I'm going chicken wing straight up. Bone in, chicken wing, watching the football game, done. Now, if I'm out and about, I'm not going bone in. I don't want to get messy. So I'm going chicken tender. Chicken tender, it's less dirty. You don't get it all over yourself. It's not, you know what I know you guys know what I'm saying. So if I'm at a party, if I'm not, plain and simple, if I'm not home, it's chicken tender or boneless chicken wing, whatever you want to call it. But if I'm at home, it's bone in. But the meat's different. It's completely different. It's not the same meat. It tastes different. It just does. You can't tell me otherwise. I don't want to hear it. Now, the best chicken wing I've ever had is Saugus wings from Calhoun's in Saugus, Massachusetts. Saugus wings, the teriyaki sauce, they're the dive. They're the best. You can't even touch them. They're just phenomenal. You have to go try them if you haven't tried them. Now, as far as like crappy wings, because I like crappy wings too. Listen, Domino's has good crappy wings. Domino's also has good chicken tenders, crappy chicken tenders. Oddly enough, I love the chicken wings from Chuck E. Cheese. They make bomb buffalo chicken wings. I don't know why, but they do. Buffalo Wild Wings makes good chicken wings. I mean, we all know that. I prefer Buffalo. If I go to Buffalo Wild Wings, I prefer bone in over their chicken tenders. But they're all good. We all love chicken. But the point in case here is watch this video. A man from Lincoln, Nebraska goes in front of his city council and asks them to have a decree or an ordinance or something to change the name of the boneless chicken wing to chicken tender. And I agree with the man 100. Hooters has great wings. Yeah, someone said Hooters. Absolutely. I agree with the man 150%. We need to stop calling boneless chicken wings because they are not wings. It's a huge problem. They're chicken tenders. That's all they are. They're smaller chicken tenders, so call them nugs. Now, obviously what you normally get is a breaded chicken tender or a breaded boneless wing. I actually like them not. I like them grilled or naked or whatever the hell you call them. I would prefer them lightly breaded or no bread, but be drizzled in teriyaki sauce. Be drizzled in barbecue sauce. Be drizzled in buffalo sauce. I love it. I think that I don't know what you call them. What do you call them? Naked? Is that what you call them when they don't have any grilled? They're grilled chicken tenders and all the flavor. Dude, I could eat chicken all day, every day. As a matter of fact, I'm getting a chicken wrap from Kelly's tonight. I get my son some fucking mozzarella sticks, but that's after the podcast. Yeah. Kelly's makes a mean ass chicken wrap. So yeah, someone said Market Basket. Market Basket makes phenomenal wings, ready to go wings. You could just get it for lunch or something like that. I don't really eat lunch, but you can get them on the fly. Market Basket also makes a good rotisserie chicken. But there you have it. America needed something like this. There's riots, looting, people are getting murdered, the presidential election's going on, Nancy Pelosi is breaking ordinances, there's all sorts of crazy stuff, COVID going on, and all this guy cares about and all he wants is to make sure that a boneless chicken wing is no longer called a boneless chicken wing because it's not a wing, it's a chicken tender. And I think that's what we need. America needs a little levity. I think this guy is great. It's phenomenal. Check out the video on my Facebook, on my Twitter. I think I put it on I didn't put it on my YouTube. Check it out. Spaz'n WAF is my handle for like everything because I used to work at WAF for like 16 years and now I don't anymore. Here comes my son. My son would like to interject into the conversation of chicken wings and chicken tenders. Come on in. You got to be seen on camera, bro. All right, go.
So we're talking about.
Get closer. Come on.
We're talking about boneless chicken nuggets should be turned into chicken tenders.
No.
No, the name should be that.
No, the chicken nugget is fine, Nariam. That's what you're eating is a chicken nugget.
Yes.
If they called it a boneless, like for example, if you got chicken nuggets from McDonald's, but they called it boneless chicken wing, that's garbage. It's a chicken nugget. So you eat chicken nuggets, but McDonald's also does have chicken tenders, but it's really the same thing. It's just smaller. A chicken tender cut in half is fucking chicken nugget. All right, good. Is that all you had?
No.
What else?
So, what if you cut a chicken wing in half, then take out the bone? Is it then the chicken?
No, it's not a chicken tender. It's different meat. If you've cut it, first off, you need a pretty damn powerful knife to cut a chicken wing in half because you got to cut through the bone. But second off, the chicken meat from the wing is different from a chicken tender meat. So no, you're not gonna have a boneless wing. Absolutely not. What else?
Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah, that was my own question.
All right, perfect. Thank you. That's my son, Nariam Joseph Paziali. A chicken nugget aficionado. He would tell you that Wendy's has the best chicken nuggets, followed by McDonald's. And for the love of God, don't get him Burger King nuggets unless you absolutely have to.
And whoever says otherwise should not be here.
And basically, he said whoever thinks otherwise is an American and they should leave. That's not exactly what he said, but I'll just speak for him because I'm his dad, and I speak for him until he's 18 years old. So
that's basically what I said. Dad, you're good.
Plain and simple. All right. Now, all right, so we're talking about wings, which ties into the NFL season because we eat wings during the NFL season. So two things I have to talk about, and I have to say it now. Patriots have finally named Cam Newton their QB1. Newton is QB1. Patriots are going to beat Miami week 1. I think the game is on the 13th. Pats will win. I would call the Patriots. Obviously, they're going to win the AFC East. They are obviously going to make the playoffs. Patriots will be in the playoffs. I don't know how far they will go in the playoffs, but I believe the Patriots will be phenomenal this year, both on offense and on defense. They will have a better defensive team than they do offensive team, but they're going to have a great year. The Pats will be in the playoffs. I put a poll on my Instagram. And the poll said Super Bowl or Super No. 75% of you believe the Patriots will not make the Super Bowl, leaving 25% of you believing that they will. I think the Patriots have a really good shot of making the Super Bowl. My prediction is they will make it to the AFC Championship. If they make it further, please, I hope they do. I believe in Bill Belichick and his Subway commercials and his ability to put together a good team and do well. Imagine if we had a Tampa Bay, Boston, or New England Super Bowl. Could you, wait, actually, you know what? Wouldn't that suck if Tom Brady made it to the Super Bowl and the Patriots made it to the Super Bowl and you couldn't go because of COVID? Now, I've been to the Super Bowl twice. I went to, I saw them lose to the Eagles, and I saw them win LA. But imagine if you went and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Reset. What I'm trying to tell you guys, there might be a pretty good opportunity. There might be a chance that the Bucks and the Pats are actually in the Super Bowl together. And how phenomenal. Someone said it would never happen. Don't ever say that. Imagine if it did. Could you imagine the ratings coming out of New England? Who would you root for? I'd root for New England. I'd root for Bill Belichick. I love Tom Brady, and I will always support Tom Brady, but Cam Newton's my new girlfriend, and that's it. Plain and simple. I moved on. You don't like me? That's fine. Okay, bye. 100%. I'm backing Cam Newton and Bill Belichick and the Patriots all the way. I'd like Tom Brady to do well. I'd like Tom and his boys down in Florida to make the Super Bowl. I hope they do great. But if the Pats are in the Super Bowl, I pick the Patriots all day long. Just think about the possibility of that, though. You say no way? The Bucks are putting together a solid team. And listen, I know everybody in sports radio says this, but Bill Belichick put together that 11-5 team with Matt Castle, and it was the first 11-5 team that never made the playoffs. Second off, this year, that 11-5 team would make the playoffs because there's an extra team added to the playoffs. Pats make the playoffs, and you know that Belichick prepares team to team. He's ready for every team. The way they play is different every single game. They play to the team. Fuck it. I'm calling it. Pats, Bucks, Super Bowl. I should go put some money on it. Does anybody know the line on that? I don't really gamble. I'm not someone that spends. Listen, I don't gamble. I don't do scratch tickets. But you know what? I might go put $100 on Bucks, Pats, Super Bowl. Pats win. Pats win. Since we're on the. Oh no, my fucking thing died. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. Podcast thing got messed up. Not gonna get pissed off about it. Just sucks that happened. Hold on. I gotta get some equipment, man. All right, we're back. It's terrible. I don't know how much you got cut off on. So if you missed it, you missed it. Tough crap. I don't care. I'm not going back. So just so you guys know, when I do my podcast, I record it on an iPad because I don't have the equipment yet to do it. Right? I'm not Joe Rogan yet. I'm going to be Joe Rogan someday, and we're going to pay $100 million to do America's podcast. You can fucking straight up, you could quote me on that shit. But until then, my equipment's garbage, and my recording system just cut out. So I don't know where you got cut out, but you got dropped out, and now you're back. So there, we're moving on. Someone says the Chiefs will hammer the Patriots. They will not. Bill Belichick's defense plays well against the Chiefs. I wish if we had played the Chiefs instead of the Titans, I don't even know if that was a possibility in terms of seeding. We would have bumped. We would have beat the Chiefs. We play phenomenal. The Pats, their defense is set up to beat Mahomes. Patriots play the Chiefs. Well, the Chiefs don't want to play the Patriots. That's a matchup they don't want. That's a matchup not in favor of the Chiefs. If the Chiefs have to play the Pats in the playoffs, the Chiefs lose. Everybody knows that's garbage. How can you even bring that up, Mike? Awful. Anyways, I don't want to get deep into that crap. Next thing on the NFL is I want to talk about no fans and what they're going to allow stadiums to do. The NFL is going to allow home field stadiums, or they're just stadiums, to pump in sound as if the fans were actually there. Meaning, if there's a first down, you'll hear the appropriate sound. If there is a block punt, you'll hear the appropriate sound. Let's say you were punting. You're the home team, and the defense blocks it, you'll hear the appropriate sound for that. Probably booing or awe or upsetness. If there's a flag thrown, you'll hear the appropriate sound from the home team crowd. What they're trying to work out on this, Can Man, what's up? What they're trying to, I bumped up to the number 5 seed. Thanks, Can Man, I appreciate it. What they're trying to accomplish is to keep it normal. They're trying to accomplish so that the players feel like they're normal, right? So that it feels like it's a game. I feel two ways about it. First off, I don't know if any of you guys have ever played sports, but I did, and I don't care if there was ever a crowd there. I would play my hardest no matter what. No, and I'd imagine so wouldn't athletes. I would imagine that top-tier NFL athletes are going to play just as hard as they would with fans, without fans. You play harder on game day than you do in practice, but I don't think the fans, for their mental mindset, makes a difference. I do think fans make a difference in situations in the game. I think fans can turn the tide. I think players get amped up when they can feel the crowd. For example, if you're playing in a game and you're down and the crowd starts getting behind you because you put together a couple of first downs, you start getting amped up. No, and the fans also help you mess up the other teams. But for example, we'll use Kansas City. It's tough to play in Kansas City. If you're on offense in KC, you better have hand signals because they're not hearing you. So you might go off sides. You might get the play wrong. Fans 100% in the NFL are the 12th man. Just like they say up in Seattle, fans definitely affect the play on the field. Now, Roger Goodell disagrees. The commissioner doesn't think the fans, excuse me. I need a sip of my bevy. Roger Goodell believes that the fans, of course the fans matter, but he thinks they don't affect the game. Wrong. We've seen it happen plenty of times where teams have gone off sides, where teams had to call timeout, where teams couldn't get the right play off because the crowd was so loud that they couldn't hear the signals or they couldn't hear the cadence. Excuse me. or they might have had to call timeout plenty of times. I think we can all agree that the fans affect the game at least one or two plays a game. They absolutely do. And I also believe that the fans amp up the players. When you score a touchdown and you're down and the place goes wild, it amps you up. When you're on defense and you stuff someone on a 4th and 1 and the place goes bonkers, it amps the offense up. You take it up a notch. You play even harder. You feed off of the fans. Now, they're going to set a decibel level. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know how they're going to figure that out. I don't know if they're going to – I honestly, I don't know how they figure out how loud the fans actually get, but there will be a decibel level. It's going to be regulated by the NFL, but it's going to be played by the home field guy. It's going to be interesting. I don't know if it helps the play. I don't know if this scenario will help the players or not. I can tell you this. They will play hard. That's just what it is, man. Did you ever play a pickup game? You ever just play a pickup game of basketball? Bro, you're playing like you're in the NBA championship. Pickup game of hockey, you're playing like you're in the NHL, you're in the Stanley Cup finals. You're playing a little baseball, you're swinging for the fucking, for the wall. You're playing a little flag football or tag football, you think you're Tom Brady, you think you're going to win the Super Bowl. So they're going to play hard without the fans. But saying that the fans don't affect the game, that's garbage. They do. I think the fans in the NFL affect the game more than any other sport. We've seen it time and time again where a quarterback has gone up to the line and they're playing in Seattle or they're playing in Arrowhead and forget it. They're done. You can't hear an effing thing. And if you don't know the signal or if you don't know what the play is, timeout. Timeout. I need a timeout for my sip. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting season. Listen, I know I said the Pats in the Super Bowl. I doubt the Pats make the Super Bowl. But, God, it would be amazing if the Pats and the Bucs made the Super Bowl. Everybody would watch that. But the likelihood is KFC is probably the best team in the league. But I always root for underdogs. I'm obviously rooting for the Pats. And, you know, I want to see Bill Belichick win a Super Bowl championship without Tom Brady, but I also want to see Tom Brady win a Super Bowl championship without Bill Belichick. It would be interesting. All right, let's talk about. Oh, this is an interesting story. All right, briefly, according to a new study, 65% of Americans believe they will have to work during their retirement, meaning they will retire from their their career, but they will have to work a part-time job to supplement their retirement income, whether it be their pension, Social Security, or whatever money they saved up. I think the study's garbage. I think that 100% of you, unless you are rich, 100% of you middle-class guys are going to be working in your retirement. You're going to need the money. The cost of living continues to go up. It's not getting any lower. You're not going to save enough money. You won't save enough money because you spend money on stupid crap like I do. For example, I'm going to spend money on Kelly's tonight instead of saving that money for a meal when I'm 65. I'm having a meal right now. Retirement. Yeah, someone said, I love it. I agree with this guy. Someone said my retirement is going to be a severe heart attack. And that goes along with my plan. I'll say it again. And every time we talk about retirement, I'm going to tell you guys what my retirement plan is. I plan on working probably up until I'm 69 years old. If I'm still alive at 69, I'd probably die of a massive heart attack before that, like Richard just said. But my plan is this. I'm going to save enough money to have one good year. One good year. So I'm going to work up until 69. And by that time, I'm hopefully going to have put away, I don't know, $200,000, $300,000. And then I'm going to have one hell of a year with one hell of a year from 69 to 70. Spend all that loot, have a great time, and then I'm just going to fucking eat a bullet. Or I'm going to die of my heart attack then instead of living miserable. Because once you hit 70 and older, then you start getting into wearing diapers and people have to take care of you. They got to wipe your ass. They got to prop you up. Basically, you become Joe Biden, all right, unless you're rich. If you're rich, you can live to like 90 or 100 years old. But if you're not, you're a middle-class dude. My suggestion is this. Save enough money for one good year. And you pick it. Let's say you get to like 65. And you got like $100,000 put away. Maybe you got $50,000 put away. right? And you're feeling like you don't got it anymore, retire, quit your job, spend one good year, 50 to 56, and that's it. And then end it. Have one hell of a year, but like have the best year of your life. Make it the balls. Do everything you ever want. Do the bucket list. Do the bucket list. Whatever you want. Have enough for 1 year. And they do it. Listen, my mom's boyfriend did that. My mom was dating this dude, Wayne. This guy had one hell of a year, 50 G's. He took the money. Poof. Guy died. He drank himself to death. He probably drank himself to death because of my mom, but guy had one hell of a year. So that's my retirement plan. My retirement plan is this. I will work until I don't want to work anymore. And by that time, I'll have saved up, like I said, hopefully it's over $100,000. And I'll have one hell of a year, just 1 year. I'll just give up all responsibility. I will take that money and I will blow it. And if I blow it before the year's end, the second the money's gone, I'm gone. That's it. I'm done. One hell of a year. Why live longer than that if you don't have money? Why I don't, what, you going to stick me in a nursing home? All set with being stuck in a nursing home, all set with having my ass wiped and all that stuff. So one hell of a year, go party, do all the things I never was going to do. Well, whatever. One good year and then be out. Otherwise, yeah, you're going to be working the rest of your life if you're a middle-class guy. If you never become rich, listen, I'm going to try to become rich. If I can become rich, then I'm good. But if I can't become rich, I'm going to have that one good year and then I'm going to be out. Before I lose myself, I'm going to be gone. Unless, of course, they can upload my consciousness into the cloud and then they can put my memories and my thoughts and my being into something else. Like I said, I don't care if I come back as a toaster. That would be cool. But if they can't do that, I'm going to have one good year with like $50,000 to $100,000, maybe a little more. I keep getting lower because I can't imagine myself putting away 50 grand. So maybe it's like 20 grand and I have like 1 or 2 good months and then I end it. That's it. I hit the bottle hard and it's over. But yeah, 65% of you think you're going to have to work. You're wrong. 99% of you are going to have to. The other are the 1%ers. Everybody else, you're all working till you're croak. That's it. You're going to need the money. What you're going to be doing is working at Walmart, waving at people. You're going to be delivering auto parts. You'll work right up until the very end. And if you don't think so, you're delusional and you're lying. You're lying worse than Nancy Pelosi's lying. You'll be working. What do we do? I kind of want to talk about Trump, but I got to cover this Jessica Krug. Her name is Krug, right? She is a professor or an associate professor at George Washington University. And for quite some time, she has been living as a black woman. She's dark enough to be believable that she's black. And she's been telling everybody that she's black, but she's not. I guess she's white. And I believe that she's Jewish, but I don't even care that she did it. Honestly, what I would like to bring up is something that I brought up many times. I don't think I've ever brought it up on this program, but I bring it up with friends and they get the, how could you say this type thing? Everybody's upset with this woman. This Jessica's taking a lot of heat. They're really disappointed in her for saying that she was black. I forget, beyond disappointed, right? It's the most, everybody's painting her like it's the most painting her black. Like it's the most disgusting thing that's ever happened. Right? They're outraged about it. When this first came out, I was like, wait a second. I thought we lived in a society where we could be anything we want to be. I thought that boys could identify as women and they could go into the women's bathroom. I thought that women could identify as boys and go into the men's bathroom. I thought that we could love men if we're men and we could love women if we're women. I thought we could be anything we want. If we can be anything we want, why can't this woman be black? Why can't she identify as black? Why can't I decide that I want to be black? Why can't I? Why can't I identify as black? But yet you support, you're outraged by that. If this woman, and in her book and in her story, she says she identifies as black. She feels like she's African American. She feels like she's black. She's even said that she's been discriminated on by people to make her feel even, as she says, not my words, her words, to feel even more black. She studies black history. This woman, for all intents and purposes, believes that she is black. So why can't we let her be black? Why is everybody in an uproar when a man wants to be a woman? Oh, you gotta let him be a woman. He's gotta be. He feels like a woman. Let him be a woman. And you let him get the operation. He gets his dick cut off. He grows titties. Some of you sick fucks will probably play with them. And then the same thing with a woman. She takes hormones, her titties go away, she grows a beard. She's a woman, right? But now she's a man. And we accept that. But the second a woman or someone feels like they identify as black, well, you can't do that. We don't. How can we, as a country or as a people, accept one form of identity but not another form of identity? How can we not be accepting of a woman who would like to be black? She believes she is, therefore she is. It's what we say about men who like men. Listen, man, you've known your whole life. You like dudes, we support you. By all means, be with a man. Listen, lady, woman, you like women, we support you, be with the woman. Listen, son, not my son, but well, I mean, if it is, it is. Listen, dude, guys, if you think you're women here in the United States, we say, okay, that's cool. You're a woman. All right, you're Tony with an I now. Great. Good for you. But now, all of a sudden, when you want to identify as black, it's a problem. I don't see the problem there. I don't have a problem with the black guy identifying as white. If there's a black guy that's like, nah, man, I'm not black, I'm white. I feel like I'm white. I identify as white. Michael Jackson was trying to make himself white. So you want to identify as a white guy? Go ahead. This lady wants to identify as a black person. I don't have a problem with it. And I don't think anybody else should. I think it's awful, and it pushes the movement here in the United States of be whoever the hell you want to be back millions of miles. If the lady wants to be fucking black, let her be black. Why do you care? That's one of those things that I never understood about people. I don't care about that stuff. And this is where when I start calling myself a new Republican, because hardcore conservatives are not for this crap. Hardcore conservatives are not for men becoming women, are not for women becoming men. I don't care what you do. That's where I stand. Bro, you want to get your penis chopped off and you're an adult? Go ahead, dipshit. Go for it. You're a chick and you want to get sewn up and get a stick put on you? Go ahead. It's your life. You do what you want. And if you're a white Jewish chick and you want to be black, by all means, be black. The problem here is that people are crucifying her, and it's the same people. It's the Democrats. Well, listen, Republicans are just pissed anyways. We're all pissed. Republicans are like, so I'm just trying to say that the so-called people that are for identity equality are upset with this lady because she identifies as black. And the black community is upset with it because they say she could never identify as a black person. How would she know what it's like? She's not going to live like with the problems that we live with. I could say the same thing about guys who want to be girls. I was like, yeah, well, you're a guy. How are you ever you're never going to get pregnant. You can't get pregnant. How are you going to know what to be like a woman? I could say the same for a woman. I'm like, you're never going to have a dick. How are you going to know what it's like to fuck? Right? Because that's really what it comes down to. You're never going to be as strong as me. You're a woman. Maybe you will be. I don't know. I got knocked out by a girl once. She hit pretty fucking hard. Punched me right in the face. I thought my tooth was going to come out. But my whole point is this lady is taking so much crap because she identifies as a black person, and everybody is so upset and so butthurt. I don't care. I care more about the fact that you guys call boneless chicken wings when they're not wings, that they're chicken tenders. But apparently chicken tenders identify as boneless chicken wings, so they're fucking boneless chicken wings. I don't know why we get so upset about this crap. And I don't know why this lady's life is ruined. So what? She identifies as a black person. Who cares? But the people that care, this is why I'm mad about it. The people that care are the people that defend the rights for someone to identify as a woman or identify as a man if they're not. And they're upset about it. People are upset. and the African Americans are upset. How dare she identify as a black person? She doesn't understand the struggle. Well, it doesn't matter. We get to be whoever we want in the United States now. You don't get to just make it fit when it works for you. So if you're a black guy and you want to be a black chick, and all of a sudden a white chick wants to be a black girl, you got to be cool with it. You have to be cool with it. You can't bitch about it. You don't get the cake and eat it too. It's the double standard thing. Doesn't work for me. I'll call out the double standard all day, every single day. I hate people that have double standards, just like Nancy Pelosi, the double standard. You can't go to a salon, but I can. I can't stand that crap, and I will fight to the day I die on double standards. I fight with my wife about double standards all the time. I let 90% of everything go, but when a double standard arises, I'm all over it. There's no way in hell you're going to live different than I live. It ain't happening. It's never going to happen. So ever, ever, ever. So in the United States, if they let women be men and men be women, then this lady can be black. And you don't get to bitch about it. And I don't want to hear anything about it. Enough. Enough of the bitching about it. If you're going to let men be women and women be men, then this chick can be black. And that's it. She's fucking black. And she gets everything that it's afforded to black people. She should get everything. I hope she gets a job because she's black. I hope she gets free tuition because she's black. I hope she gets to go to a black damn college. I hope she gets whatever the hell black people get that I don't get because I'm not black. I hope she gets it. Bro, someone just asked me if I'm even American. Are you fucking kidding me? The name of my podcast is Spaz'n Out, America's Podcast. I'm the most American person in America. I am the most American person. There is nobody more American than me. I am firstborn, secondborn actually, my brother Stan was, first generation American. My dad was an immigrant from Italy. My mom's a Native American. I am straight up Americana, bro. And I defend everything that is American and all things American. I love this country more than anybody. Am I American? Get out of here. What are you, a fucking mutant? All right, that's going to do it. What did we learn today? I don't have a Mexican accent, bro. I got a Boston accent. I'm from Boston. All right, that's going to do it for tonight for Spaz'n Out. Listen, it's Labor Day weekend. Everybody have a good weekend, you guys. Enjoy. You guys, Hillman's the best. I love Greg Hill, man. The guy does so much good stuff. GregHillFoundation.org, guys. It's Labor Day weekend, okay, guys?
Sure.
I want you all to have a really good weekend. I will be recording the podcast on Sunday and on Monday, so you hear from me again. But before you do hear from me, you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna party. You're gonna drink, and you're gonna enjoy that day off because you work your ass off all year long for your day of freedom on Labor Day. So for the hardworking American, Labor Day is your day. We'll talk more about that on Sunday. But please be safe this weekend. Enjoy, have fun, have barbecues, drink a lot, do whatever you do. If you're going to work your ass off even more, but take that day off on Monday and enjoy. You deserve it. You worked your ass off for it. It's a very, very, very important thing that you take that time to sit back and look back at your year and how hard you worked and how dedicated you are to your craft. And we applaud the hardworking people here of America. You got to get... I'll look them up. So enjoy the weekend. I will talk to you guys on Sunday because I'm not taking any days off yet on Spaz'n Out America's podcast. We have to grow the hell out of this podcast. We need to make it big. Big, big, big. A couple things we learned here today. Pelosi is a liar. Princess Pelosi with Pelosi privilege. Boneless buffalo wings do not exist because there is no such thing as a boneless wing. They're not wings. They're tenders. You're all going to be working your asses off till you die. So you should definitely take off Monday, Labor Day, and enjoy it. And I identify as black. I mean, not me. No, I don't identify as black. I'm just saying it should be okay in the United States. If you want to identify as black, we let everybody else identify. Bro, if I want to identify as a Budweiser can, then that's it. You're going to have to let me identify as a Budweiser can. That's plain and simple. If I was going to identify as anything, I'd identify as the American flag. That's it. I'm going to start telling people I'm the American flag. All right. Thanks for listening. Bye. All right, YouTube PBs. Peace out. Bye-bye. What's up, Turkey? I'm leaving, man. Sorry. Podcast is over, but we do it 5 nights a week. So Check it out. Later. All right. Facebook. Guys, I love you. I got to check this guy out. You got to get Billy Tibbetts on your podcast. I will look him up. All right, guys. Be good. Have a nice night.